So you guys know I started my YouTube channel because I had acne and I wanted to give a voice on what products worked and didn't work for my acne. These are pictures of my skin from 2 to 3 years ago, and the emotional wear and tear was very real, and it was a very dark point in my life. Just recently though, my skin has cleared up and the scars have faded significantly. This is a photo that was taken a few months ago, and what really worked was a microneedling device with a vitamin enriched serum. So I talked about that on my YouTube, and you guys wanted to see a kit, and I'm offering you this bundle for much cheaper than what it sells altogether and showing you guys how to use it. I have an exciting announcement. It is the kit for the microneedling derma rolling system. I hope that you guys know that I have never mass advertised products that are very popular on YouTube if I didn't believe they didn't work. And I know that a lot of the products that are sold in the mainstream market are just incredibly bad for your skin. They sell this whole image of getting your skin to clear up or letting your scars fade and all that. And I'm not gonna be part of that. So when I figured out that the derma roller and the microneedling system really worked. I mean, look at my skin right now. I don't have any lighting whatsoever. Before my skin in my older videos, how it looked, it was just a complete 180. I introduced to you guys the derma roller system. You guys absolutely loved it. I got so many questions, like I can't even tell you, thousands upon thousands of questions about the product, how to use it, what size roller you should get, blah 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 blah. And I couldn't answer the question because I didn't buy the product. I wasn't the manufacturer. I was like, I want to help you guys because I want to help you guys clear up your skin. I want to help you guys fade those acne scars and brighten your skin. But I can't, do it if I don't own the product, right? Or if I don't work for the company. So I decided to go out and partner with a plastic surgeon / dermatologist and a chemical or a cosmetic manufacturer and create this line called BANISH ACNE SCARS, which is right here. It's really taking everything that I loved about the derma roller, the serums, the process, and all the questions you guys had, and creating a really simple kit that you can just buy. And then if you have questions upon this, I can answer this. We played with numerous dermatologists and numerous chemists and numerous people in the field to really create this line for you guys. And I want to share with you guys how to use it, because I think the biggest thing is that you guys are terrified of needles on a roller against your skin, and I want to tell you guys that it's okay. It will change your life and make your skin so much better. If you want to purchase this, I will share with you guys what's in the kit. So I have this bag so you can store all your products in here, which I thought was really good. And in here, this is an instructional pamphlet of how to use the system. This process isn't that scary if you kind of know what's going on, and you can communicate it to a normal person. In the kit, you have a container to clean your roller in. I was really surprised that a lot of you guys were like, where do I get that container? And I used like old hairspray caps and stuff. The roller comes in 3 different sizes. Got a manufacturer to create a 1mm roller, 1/2 millimeter roller, and 0.25 millimeter roller. So what I'm talking about with that is the needles on the side of the roller. I would advocate getting the 0.25 millimeter roller if you're just starting out, because the longer the needle, the more painful it is. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this isn't like a pain-free process, but I would say it is not as painful as waxing. So it's kind of a little bit less painful than waxing, but it's still a little bit, painful. So I would suggest starting off with the 0.25 millimeter, and then if you like that and you really want to go up a little bit and see a little bit more improvement, you can go up to the 0.5 millimeter and then the 1 millimeter, which we are selling all 3 sizes. And then you get the vitamin C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. And this serum, Murad sells something similar, SkinCeuticals sells something similar. vitamin C, which helps brighten your skin. It has vitamin E, which nourishes and replenishes the skin, especially if you have scars. And ferulic acid, which helps kind of stabilize the ingredients so that way it lasts longer. So I would recommend after using the serum, putting it in your fridge or putting it in a very cool, dark place and really not exposing it to air. Once the serum becomes yellow, and I have bought, $100 serums and they become yellow after like 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. Once it becomes yellow, you need to toss it out, and because that means the vitamin C is oxidized, which won't really do much for your skin anymore. So this should last about 2 months if you store it in a refrigerator. And also it is going to burn and sting a little bit because the vitamin C is acidic, so it might do that a little bit. So I was just suggest using a little bit after your roller, or just using it on a test patch to make sure you're not allergic or anything like that. Altogether is $59, and that is very, very comparable if you are to go and buy these items separately. A plastic surgeon who really knows this stuff on board to really help me formulate these ingredients in the system, and I know it'll work for acne scars. I wanted to create this system for you guys because I know what it feels like to have acne scars. How to use this kit. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna need to get some alcohol, and you can buy this really anywhere, and you're gonna just pour it in this container, and you want to sanitize this roller. So it's super, super easy. All you do is put it here. You might want to leave it in for 15-20 minutes. Doctor recommends replacing the roller every kind of 8 to 10 uses, and the reason being is kind of like why you want to throw away your contact cases after every month. First of all, the needles might dull a little bit after using them on your skin, and when the needles dull, they're going to be more likely to injure your skin or create actual scarring. That's not likely, but it'll be more likely than if you use a fresh new roller. It's really important to keep your roller clean, so you want to keep your roller clean. So when you use it over and over and over and over again, there can be buildup of bacteria within the needles and within like the parts inside. So it's important to replace your roller. Send for half an hour, and then what I'm going to do is put it in a cup of boiling water, just to sanitize it again, just to make sure that if I'm gonna put something in my face that causes punctures, that I'm not gonna get an infection. So I will get a pot of boiling water. I have some boiling water from a tea kettle, and I just put it in here really, really easy, and then I'm going to dip this in here. So now that the roller is clean, I like to air dry the roller, and what is great is you can use what you put the alcohol in and just leave it like this to air dry, just to keep it sanitary. It's clear, no makeup. Wash it with a gentle cleanser. You can wash it with something like Cetaphil. Make sure that you're probably not going to wear makeup for the rest of the day, because you don't want to like clog your pores when you have holes in your face. How does this work? How do these itty bitty needles puncturing holes in your skin really help with acne scars? This actually also helps with wrinkles, sunspots, age spots, really anything that you need to rejuvenate your skin with. What it does is it punctures micro, tiny holes in your skin. And when there's a little hole in your skin, your body responds to it like it's almost an injury. And therefore, they kind of call the collagen troops in your skin to rebuild the collagen. And when it rebuilds the collagen, the skin from the inside out will heal, and then it will heal, and then that collagen will rebuild itself and almost like push the scar out, and like form a new skin over your scars. So your scars look visibly lighter, they're fading, they're not as indented in your face. If you are to roll this, like let's say you roll it 6 times, it'll produce hundreds upon thousands of little holes. So make collagen and elastin fibers build up in your skin. Is really, really, really effective when you use it with the serum, because the vitamins will be able to kind of go into the skin. Vitamin C brightens the skin and is really, really good for hyperpigmentation or acne scars. I find that is one of the best products out there for that. When the serum is composed of just the main ingredients, when I worked with a cosmetic manufacturer, I did not want any kind of fluff, any kind of promises in here. I just wanted the pure actual ingredient, and you know, pure actual ingredient, which is why we were able to produce it cheaper than all the other companies out there. Let's start. It is important to make sure your hands are clean. So I just washed my hands and use some hand sanitizer. So all you're gonna do is take the roller and you're gonna just gently roll it like this. It's really, really easy and it's not that big of a deal. And you can really go in any kind of direction. You can go up like this, and you can go sideways like this. It seems to glide off when you really want to have it stay on. And it also has a lot of nourishing ingredients to moisturize the skin. Vitamin C does sting a little bit because it is acidic and you will feel stinging on it. I highly, highly, highly suggest trying a test patch before using a derma roller to make sure you're not like allergic to the vitamin C. Serum is only good for up to 2 months until it turns yellow. If you're lucky and you store it right, it'll take a long time to turn yellow, but most of the time, because it is fresh, pure vitamin C, it will oxidize. I'd recommend using the serum maybe once a week, twice a week, kind of building it up to see if your skin can tolerate that. And then I would suggest using the roller about once every other week or once a month. So this should last you for about 2 months if you use it once a week. And it's just really good to kind of keep the vitamin C in your skin to brighten it up. This is kind of the final result. It's pretty great. I did in ordering the Banish Acne Scars kit, which is everything you see here that I talked about. You can go on banishacnescars.com and there will be a place where you can place an order via PayPal. If you want to order now, or else we're going to have a waiting list for about a month because I have to order more and get more of all the ingredients and all that stuff. Roller specifically for removing crow's feet and like the under eye lines and circles, which I'm really interested in. There's also another roller which helps with cellulite. And I was trying to think of getting like a model to show how to get rid of cellulite and stretch marks on your butt and thighs. Because it's basically the same thing. If you have stretch marks, if you have stretch marks, what you want to do is repair new skin and new collagen, new elastin, right? To kind of help that. And so we have rollers that are much larger in the roller length, so that way it covers more surface area. So we also have that. We're planning to release those, but let me know if you guys would be interested in them. And yeah, I hope you guys like this, and thank you all so much for giving me all your questions. If you have any questions about this kit and system, I have an email address called info@banishacnescars.com, and you can use that to ask any questions you have about the roller and the kit. Thank you all so much for your support. You can order the products, banishacnescars.com. banishacnescars.com.